Hello?
Finding good quality horror shows can be tough, especially if you can't justify spending bags of bucks on the never-ending list of streaming services out there. However, Netflix is the OG streaming platform, and it's safe to say that the popular service remains a staple among viewers. Netflix boasts a wide selection of movies, including international language features and bingeable original series, but it's the horror TV series options that are on point. As such, we bring you the best horror TV series to watch on Netflix. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell to stay updated with more exciting content. Number 1. Wednesday. Blending three beloved genres, namely supernatural horror, comedy, and coming of age. This recent Netflix series follows the Addams clan's daughter Wednesday Addams infiltrating Nevermore Academy for reasons more than just what seem apparent to the eye. While Wednesday is trying to sharpen her psychic abilities, she's also caught up with friends and foes at the academy, as well as a monster-fueled mystery that intertwined the fate of her family 25 years ago. Jenna Ortega manifests the deadpan wit, charm, and sheer smartness that Wednesday is known for with equal parts macabre and fun. Not to mention the diverse gallery of rogue students and faculty who anchor the series in a shadowy way. Wednesday creates a lot of intrigue episode after episode, and the references to the titular character's familial past are often intense. Also worth mentioning is the incredible Bloody Mary dance that Ortega performed with finesse. Number 2. Supernatural. Inarguably the most interesting, binge-worthy, long-running supernatural horror series out there, Supernatural has created a devoted fan base that continues to return and satiate their need for creepy-crawly fun for 15 entire seasons. Centered around the Winchester brothers, Dean and Sam, the series follows their crisscrossed adventures across America as they embark on a hunting spree just like their father. The boys encounter everything, from vengeful vampires and formidable spirits to Lovecraftian beasts. Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles bring elements of shifting moralities as they ponder on life and battle horrors as teenagers. In a way, the actors breathe new life into the fantasy genre by placing a dark mirror into urban legends and humanity and proving that horror can be empathetic as well. Apart from that, Supernatural is among the few shows that are known for their consistency in having a strong plot, profound characters, and genuinely thrilling action. Number 3. Lock and Key. We all love a good puzzle. The anticipation of a prize hiding behind a bundle of clues and a series of trial and error is exhilarating enough to avoid reality and focus your entire attention on unraveling secrets. Navigating the same territory is Lock and Key, a 3-season horror TV series created by Carlton Cuse, Meredith Averill, and Aaron Eli Colliite. After the brutal murder of their father, 3 young siblings move into their ancestral estate. Initially, the kids go about their days unassumingly not knowing what the house harbors. But soon they realize that it hides grim keys that transport them into strange and majestic realms, awaken terrifying demons, and unlock their inner drama. As darker forces surround them, they must not only protect themselves but also get to the bottom of the mansion's mysteries so they can understand how it all connects to their father's death. The series perfectly blends gothic horror, outstanding action, and a moving family drama, ultimately becoming an imaginative and dark series that you cannot help but binge. Number 4. The Uncanny Counter. Few South Korean dramas receive enough acclaim from critics and audiences alike to return with a second season. The Uncanny Counter is one such mystery-infused, action-comedy series that is sure to leave you thoroughly satisfied with its 2 seasons. When a harmless teen, So Moon, gets hired by a noodle soup shop, he also signs up for their demon-hunting side hustle. Apparently, a group of people working together is called Counter, and with a new addition to the team, busting the afterlife has never been spookier. As hunters, their job may be to catch evil spirits, but with each ghost-banishing mission, we're transported to the team's slapstick silliness and extremely relatable emotional arcs. As an ensemble drama, the series makes sure to balance light and dark, themes of regret as well as intense supernatural hijinks. Overall a genre-bending masterpiece, The Uncanny Counter is Netflix's priced property. Number 5. The Watcher. Do you ever find yourself indulging in those baseless mystery thrillers with no beginning or end, but the writing and atmosphere of dread is so sublime it's hard to sit through all the episodes? Well, that's The Watcher for you. Part guilty pleasure, part terrifying true-life-inspired story, this Netflix series created by Ryan Murphy and Ian Brennan follows Dean and Nora Brannick, who have just purchased their suburban dream home. But soon they discover a sinister presence lurking within the nooks and corners, watching them. It all starts with an ominous letter from the Watcher threatening to harm them. Their strange neighbors only elevate the danger, and even the police turn on them. With each chilling revelation, the tension builds. Featuring amazing performances from Bobby Cannavale, Naomi Watts, and Jennifer Coolidge, the series leaves you with unease. Number 6. The Walking Dead. When it comes to the zombie genre, The Walking Dead series is considered to be the gold standard. The show single-handedly created a separate zombie subculture for hardcore horror fanatics, resulting in 11 seasons worth of footage and a boatload of memories within them. What separates The Walking Dead from other, run-of-the-mill zombie shows is its characters. Despite being put in an apocalyptic landscape festered with zombies, the show features many characters that have various shades of gray, making them immediately likable and relatable. Having premiered in 2010, AMC's show has lasted over a decade, making it one of the network's crown jewels. Number 7. Kingdom. This hidden gem on Netflix is set against the backdrop of Korea's Joseon dynasty, 3 years after the Imjin War, and follows a mysterious plague that begins to turn the dead into the undead. Since modern weaponry was practically non-existent during that period, the show features ingenious action sequences and clever solutions to the zombie menace. Considering the number of zombie films and shows that are made by the dozen every year, it's refreshing to see a fresh spin on the genre by setting it in a distant time, giving the genre a lot of body and depth. If you're a fan of period drama in the zombie genre, Kingdom should be at the top of your watch list. Number 8. Hellbound. Hellbound is another underrated Korean gem on the list. The show has a somewhat absurd premise but manages to captivate the audience up until the last episode. Part horror, part cult thriller, the show revolves around unearthly beings that drag humans to hell based on their idea of divine justice. Directed by Yun Sang-ho, Hellbound strikes the perfect balance between violence and radicalism and uses public hysteria and religious fanaticism as a vessel to get its point across. Upon its release, the show's violence instantly got compared to Squid Game, propelling it to chart-topping ratings in over 80 countries. Number 9. Slasher. At a surface level, slasher might seem like every gore fan's wet dream, but the show has so much more to it. The show features a smart approach to the whodunit mystery angle by establishing who the killer is from the start and then slowly unveiling their intention as the season progresses. Despite not having any big names attached to it, Slasher is a criminally underrated anthology series that constantly changes its storyline and cast based on the new season, keeping things fresh and relevant. When compared to other anthologies, the show might come up short on the absurdity quotient but still manages to retain the mystery angle and pack a solid punch.
This is about it.
Number 10. Marianne. While it might be the Koreans that are reigning supreme on the global OTT stage, the French aren't far behind when it comes to horror. Regarded by many as one of Netflix's most terrifying shows, Marianne follows a famous writer who returns to her hometown in search of inspiration, yet finds herself face to face with an evil that's above and beyond her in strength and possession. Unlike other horror shows about haunting and possession, Marianne possesses a certain degree of believability and panache that makes it all the more real and all the more scary. Number 11. The Haunting of Bly Manor. Though probably the least strong of modern horror master Mike Flanagan Netflix partnerships, The Haunting of Bly Manor is still extremely engaging and high quality. The story involves a young au pair arriving at Bly Manor to tend to the needs of two children who had lost their parents. During her stay, she's haunted by both the ghosts of her past and the spirits deep within the walls of the old mansion. Mike Flanagan brings in his Hill House regulars like Victoria Pedretti, Carla Gugino, and Henry Thomas, but Bly Manor also boasts some incredible performances from newcomers Tania Miller and Rahul Kohli. The story doesn't feel as emotional and the scares don't hit as deep as Flanagan's other projects, but the cinematography, editing, and music are all top-notch. Number 12, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Based on an Archie comic book series of the same name, and developed for Netflix by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina follows a horror-filled coming-of-age story for Sabrina Spellman, a teen girl diving into her predestined life of witchcraft. Kiernan Shipka does a fantastic job portraying the teenage witch, and though the series relies on some cheesy undertones in dialogue, the theme and events are quite intense and horrific. Tons of great practical effects and makeup are used for the creatures and settings alike. Sabrina has 4 seasons currently available on Netflix, and though it was canceled due to COVID-19, horror fans are hopeful for its eventual return.
That's Micah.
Number 13, The Haunting of Hill House. Widely regarded as one of actual scariest horror TV shows of all time, Mike Flanagan hit a home run with The Haunting of Hill House. This loose and modern adaptation of Shirley Jackson's classic novel follows siblings who, as children, grew up in what would go on to become the most famous haunted house in the country. Now adults, they are forced back together in the face of tragedy and must finally confront the ghosts of their past. The camera work and editing style are fantastic, doing things that no other show has done before, and even bringing Flanagan out to break down specific scenes and how they were done to the viewers. The jump scares and eerie moments are aplenty, so be warned that this show isn't for the faint, and the emotional moments pack quite a punch to the gut. Number 14, Midnight Mass. Another powerhouse from Mike Flanagan, Midnight Mass features the more terrifying aspects of humans and their beliefs. The story came straight from the heart of Flanagan and his personal experiences with religion, and he had been writing it for years while popping hints of the story in his other films and shows. This show dives deep into the horrors of small-town bigotry and the religious cliques within. Those aspects are so uncomfortable that the weaved supernatural element of Midnight Mass is more of a bonus rather than a main focus. This show is the definition of a slow burn horror, but the excellent performances from the entire cast, especially Hamish Linklater, Samantha Sloyan, and Kate Siegel will have you invested until the blood flows.
Who are you?
Number 15, Stranger Things. Stranger Things is one of the top 10 most watched series ever on Netflix. Stranger Things centers on a group of kids in small-town Indiana during the 1980s as they encounter a number of supernatural threats. It's the ultimate 80s nostalgia trip, from the outfits to the music to the slang. The show also references the sci-fi that was popular at the time. The series has won 7 Emmys and features iconic performances from not just the adult actors like Winona Ryder and David Harbour, but the child actors too, like Millie Bobby Brown and Finn Wolfhard. Stranger Things hasn't just solidified its place as the best horror series on Netflix over the last few years, but also as one of the best shows of all time, period. If you like a video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.